Hi everyone, my name is Sherman Matthews. I'm lead designer for Horizon Zero Dawn the board game, and today we're going to have a look at some of the contents in one of the Huge Machines expansions. To start with, let's have a quick look at this tile. This is one of the tiles that you get with one of the Huge Machines, but we're not really here to see this. This is just really a sneak peek of some of the artwork. What we're really here to see is the model itself. Now straight away you can tell we're pretty excited just on the sheer scale of this thing, especially compared to the Hunter and the Watcher we see here. This thing is massive, and for some of you who've been wondering about the sort of how they scale up, this is a great example. So let's have a quick look at some of the cards in the expansion next. So let's have a look at the tracking deck first. Now, nothing too exciting here in terms of we've already seen how a tracking deck looks like. Obviously this one has the Thunderjaw on the front of it, and if we have a quick look on the back, we can see we have a Hunt Begins card again, followed by level 1 encounters, which are very much similar to what we've already encountered before, all the way through to then we have level 2 encounters, level 3 encounters, and then our final one is a boss encounter for the Thunderjaw itself. Okay, so next up we have the reference cards. Now, 2 of them this time rather than 1, and that's purely because there are so many components which you can remove from a Thunderjaw that we can immediately see that we have them all listed out on a separate card, with quite a few familiar pieces that are Horizon veterans. Now, having a quick look at the stats, we can see it's a bit more scary than what we've already seen with the amount of wounds and the armor it's bringing, but don't worry too much. That is somewhat mitigated by how you fight against it when it comes down to the behavior cards, and we'll look at those next. So here we have the behavior cards. Now, if we turn them over, here's a great example of one, which is Cannon Burst. Now, to start with, we can see it's a bit more scary than what we've already seen with some of the Watcher attacks. This one does has a range 2 attack, which does 10 damage, which is quite a lot more than we've already seen. But it's also got a new stat in the top corner, and that's the 10 we see there. If this component is removed, that's how much damage the Thunderjaw sustains. So the way that you're going to be fighting these massive beasts is really sniping bits and pieces off of them as you go along, just like in the video game, to weaken them, so that way you can bring them down. It kind of means that when you're actually playing with them with your friends, you're going to be really shooting bits off, earning glory as you go. The competition between you all to try and get the most glory is going to be constantly going until the very end, so whoever fells it isn't necessarily the person who also wins the encounter. So there's a real push and pull kind of mechanic going on with these guys. So thanks everyone for your time. This has been the contents of the Thunderjaw expansion. Now there's obviously other Huge Machines as well. There's Stormbird, the Fireclaw, the Rockbreaker, and now the Heart of the Nora. If you're interested in finding out some more about those guys, have a look on our Kickstarter page now for the Horizon Zero Dawn the board game.